What's good, everybody? D&B
ENT.
Your boy Brandon. Hey man, today we're about to do another video from TheRichest.com. This one is titled 10 Most Dangerous Kids in the World.
Craig.
Let us know if y'all one of the most dangerous kids in the world out there. The kids that's watching. Y'all one of the most dangerous? Let us know in the comments down below.
They're not.
You don't know that. They might be. You don't know. But yeah man, dangerous kids. Is there such thing as dangerous kids?
Yeah, it's definitely some dangerous kids. Kids that are so stupid that they'll do whatever. Cause they're so dumb.
But here's the thing though.
My mom didn't let me finish watching Dragon Ball Z. Stab you, mom!
Like, it's something stupid like that.
Kids are so impressionable, they learn things from their environment. You know what I mean? And from what people tell them. So even if they're dangerous, I feel like they definitely can change, you know?
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Like,
We could change. I'm sure
Yeah,
we are
people
gonna
change.
change.
Yeah.
Like, as we mature and get older, things about us are gonna change. So definitely kids can do a complete 180. So.
yeah, man.
But yeah, let's see who these dangerous kids are. Let's watch.
Let's go.
Anyone with siblings knows that sibling rivalry is a very real thing. And while it can lead to a few scrapes,
Why did I
it rarely
think that-
escalates beyond that.
Why not
However,
boo?
there
Yeah.
are the incredibly rare exceptions to every rule. Even rarer are the children that kill other children.
Bruh.
There are 10
That's
evil
crazy.
children who took it too far.
Evil.
Christian Fernandez. In March 2011, 12-year-old Christian Fernandez was left alone with his 2-year-old half-brother in their Florida home
2-year-old?
while his mother ran an errand. While she was away, Christian brutally beat his baby brother to death. He was charged with first-degree murder, but in 2013, it was reduced to manslaughter when prosecutors learned of his troubling past. 10 years earlier, he and his then 14-year-old mother were found wandering the streets naked and alone. They were both placed into foster care as his drug-addicted grandmother was unable to take care of them. He had also suffered sexual abuse from a cousin and was beaten by his stepfather
Dang.
before the man committed
Okay, yeah, he
suicide.
had a real bad time.
Jordan Brown.
Yeah, homie went
In
through a
Waupun,
lot.
Pennsylvania, 11-year-old Jordan Brown lived with his father, his fiancée Kenzie Marie Hoke, and her 2 daughters. Hoke was 8.5 months pregnant with Brown's child on February 20th, 2009, when she was shot in the back of the head with a 20-gauge youth model shotgun while lying in bed.
Why would y'all get a
Hoke and
little
her
boy
unborn
that?
infant son died as a result of the gunshot. Jordan claimed he shot his soon-to-be stepmother because he felt jealous about being replaced by a new baby.
Dang.
Thompson toddlers. Houston, Texas resident Raquel Thompson and her boyfriend decided they would get a takeaway pizza in November 2015, but decided to leave Thompson's 3 young children at home. While they were away, the 3-year-old twins put their 19-month-old sister in the oven. By the time the mother returned, the baby had died due to severe burns. The toddlers later told police that one child had put their sister in the oven, and the other had turned it on and made it hot. No charges have been filed against the children, but Thompson and her boyfriend faced charges of child endangerment. The twins and the 5-year-old sibling that had been asleep at the time were placed in foster care. Erica DiNardo. The DiNardo family lived in a good
Man,
neighborhood.
kids, they probably didn't even like
And
Yeah,
really
they
even want to
probably
do
didn't.
that.
Yeah.
Their 2 children, 11-year-old Kiana Lucha and 16-year-old Erica, got along well, or so they thought. Unbeknownst to her family, Erica had developed a drug problem and a strong hatred for her family, which she wrote about in her journal. On the night of February 21st, 2001, Erica and her boyfriend hatched a terrible plot. While her father was at a soccer game, they murdered her mother and younger brother, stabbing them over 100 times. At first, police believed that the murder was the result of a botched robbery, but later recorded Erica and her boyfriend talking about their crime. They were arrested. Erica served 16 years in prison, and her boyfriend served 14 years. Girl A. On June 1st, 2004, an 11-year-old Japanese schoolgirl, known only as Girl A due to her age, murdered her classmate. Satomi Mitarai, a 12-year-old girl, was lured into an empty classroom during lunch by Girl A at their elementary school in Sasebo, Japan, before she was killed. Girl A returned
would
to
you
class
do that?
following the event with her clothes covered in blood. Her teacher found Mitarai with slashes on her arms and her throat that had been slit with a utility knife. Girl A claimed she'd killed Mitarai because she commented on her weight. She was
Ooh.
institutionalized in September of that year.
Don't talk
Ever
about people
Brothers.
weight.
In July
Really?
2015,
That's crazy.
Oklahoma brothers 18-year-old Robert and 16-year-old Michael Bever not only killed their siblings and parents, but they were also plotting a mass killing spree in order to gain fame as serial killers. Parents
watch too
David
many
and April
TV
Bever
shows.
were stabbed to death along with 12-year-old Daniel, 7-year-old Christopher, and 5-year-old Victoria. They nearly killed their 13-year-old sister, but failed. She later
That's
told
good.
police that her brothers threatened to behead their 2-year-old sister as well, but she was left
They
unharmed
look like they own
and
meth
put in
or
foster
something.
care. The brothers were charged with 5 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of assault and battery with intent.
The one to the right convinced them to the left.
Because he looked crazy?
Yeah.
In Medicine Hat, Alberta, a 12-year-old girl lived with her parents and 8-year-old brother. Jasmine Richards had apparently discussed killing her family with her 23-year-old boyfriend, Jeremy Steinke, several times, but she claimed it was always in jest. On April 22nd, 2006, Steinke entered the family's home and killed her mother and father. Richards told a jury that she was in a zombie state at the time of the killings and was unable to stop or go for help. She claimed that Steinke ordered her to stab her brother before slitting his throat. They were charged with first-degree murder for their crimes. John Venables and Robert Thompson.
This is just crazy
John
stuff
Venables
that
and his
you hear
friend Robert
about.
Thompson were both only 10 years old
10,
when they
bruh.
lured 2-year-old James Bolger away from his mother on February 12, 1993. Surveillance footage showed the boys at the New Strand Shopping Centre in Bootle, England, observing other children before targeting the little boy. 2 days after he disappeared, James's mutilated body was found near Walton, Liverpool. He had been tortured and beaten to death before being left on a railway line where he'd been hit by a train and severed in two. The 2 boys were arrested on February 20th and charged with abduction and murder. Keith Randulik. Chicago teen Keith Randulik was 19 years old when he told his mother he wanted a gun. He claimed it was to protect his 4-year-old sister Sabrina from a relative that was sexually abusing her, though this was never proven. His mother told him he couldn't have a gun and refused to buy it for him. On March 22, 2009, he took Sabrina down to the basement and stabbed her in the neck. He told police that she begged him to stop and asked him why he was hurting her. Keith was sentenced to 40 years in prison for killing
Why
his
would you
sister.
do that, man?
Yikes. Well, now that we've made you sad enough.
Hey, this was crazy.
Some of these are sad. It's just like,
Like-
why are you killing these other kids, man?
Really, really sad. I don't understand why they would do this stuff.
They said those brothers was out there looking for little kids. Who we
Right,
gonna
to
take?
kill.
Who we gonna take? Took them, tortured them, killed them, or didn't kill them, tortured them, put them on the train tracks, and then he got ran over and split in two. That's crazy.
These kids are clearly disturbed. They had clearly a disturbing upbringing for them to even think about stuff. Like what? When I was young, I wasn't even thinking about nothing that dark. Like,
Right? I didn't want to kill nobody or nothing like
I just
that.
wanted fruit snacks and to watch cartoons. Like I don't understand.
That's what I'm
But-
saying. Like, we could say it's TV and stuff, but even when I was a little kid, I watched a lot of action
Yeah,
stuff.
me too.
I watched a
First
lot of
of
action
all,
stuff. I
I
played
watched-
video games.
I
all
watched
type
a
of
lot
stuff.
of action. I watched gory stuff. I always liked horror movies, even when I was young. My parents played very explicit music about rappers talking about killing people. So,
But yeah, it
I
never
was
made me
fine.
want to kill people.
Right. I never want to do any of that. So,
So I don't know, bro.
I don't know what it is, but this was really crazy. Let us know what y'all thought about it. Make sure you
Like,
and
subscribe.
See you in the next one. Bye.